Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about why women hate it when you try hard. So one of the reasons that women hate it when you try too hard with them is simply the fact that you're acting more needy and more invested in her than she is in you, okay? Because if you're trying really hard and she's not trying as hard as what you are, right? Then what's happening there is that she is being perceived as the more attractive one and you're the one that's chasing her, right? And what you need it to be is you need it to be either you're on the same page, right? You've got to at least be on the same page where you're both reaching for each other and you're both invested in each other at the same level, or she's more invested in you, right? So she's chasing you. Because if she's chasing you, she is not going to be getting rid of you, right? If she's chasing you, if she's pursuing you, that obviously means she's not going to get rid of you anytime soon. So, with that being said, you can't be needy, you can't be trying too hard, at least not doing more than what she is. So what are some of the ways you can see or tell if you're doing too much? Okay, so one of the first signs, obviously, is that a woman becomes less attracted to you, right? You're dating a woman, you start pursuing her heavily, start chasing her heavily, becoming needy, insecure because you're worried that she doesn't feel the same way about you. Right, and obviously, if you start displaying that kind of behavior, it's very likely that the woman that you're talking to and dating is going to back away from you. Okay, so that's one of the signs, right? Often, though, when this has happened, it's often too late. So if she's already lost interest in you, then there's only really so much you can do from that point. And it may be that you've chased her off completely. But also, another way you can tell is if you look through your correspondence with her. So you grab your phone, right, and have a look at who's sending the longer messages, who's sending the more frequent messages, who's initiating the conversations more. And if any of those is you, then you need to do a lot less. And perhaps you're doing all of those things. Perhaps you are sending the longer messages, the more frequent messages, and you're the one that's always initiating, or at least initiating most of the time. Okay, so if you're doing most of the initiating of the conversation, then you need to back off a lot and not do those things anymore. Because if she likes you, she's going to reach out to you, right? Because I think a lot of fear that men have is that, oh, yeah, but if I don't initiate the conversation anymore, then she's not going to be interested in me anymore. She's not going to, I'm the one that's keeping this thing alive. And if that's true, then it's probably a good idea that you let her go. Because if you're the one that's keeping it alive by you're the one that's always talking to her first, and when you stop doing that, things fizzle out, then it was probably going to fizzle out anyway. Okay? So, if you really want to see basically how this girl feels about you, if you are doing a lot, if you are really invested, start doing less and see if she starts reaching out to you, see if she starts initiating things with you, sending the more frequent messages, sending the longer messages. Okay? But ideally, you shouldn't really be focusing too much on the messaging aspect of dating. What you should be focusing more on is getting her out and meeting up with her in person, right? So try and let go of the messaging for a little bit, and instead focus on, when you are messaging her, trying to lock her down to a date, okay? And if it's very, very difficult to lock her down to a date, right? Let's say she's coming up with excuses like, oh, I'm really busy this weekend, or I'm really busy for the next, month or so. I can't see you, or I've got other things going on, or I'm just really busy. That's a sign of a woman that has low interest. Because if you think about it, if you were really, really busy, let's say you had a really busy week, obviously throughout that week, there's going to be some times when you're not that busy. Like, let's say you've got an evening where you're free. If you really like someone, you will, and they really like you, you'll try and squeeze in that time so you can be together. Because that's how you know if someone really likes you. They make time for you. Or if they're really busy, they still try and find a couple of hours to spend with you because they really, really like you. Okay? So, it's very important that you're acutely aware of how she's behaving and how she's acting when it comes to these things. Right? So, if you're the one that's trying really hard and she's not putting in the effort, then it's time to back off a lot. And maybe you'll be able to switch that dynamic around. Because if she's attracted to you, she'll still be drawn back to you. Because It's like the quote by David D'Angelo, which is attraction isn't a choice. And I highly recommend that you actually watch his like lecture on it. It's only like about 10 minutes long. You can find it here on YouTube, called Attraction is Not a Choice by David D'Angelo. And basically what this means is, if she's attracted to you, then there's not really much she can do about it, right? She's always going to be drawn back to you because she is attracted to you, because attraction isn't a choice, right? So if you stop talking to her as much, if you become less invested now, right? If she's attracted to you, she will become more invested and she will start reaching out to you because she will fear losing you. Okay? So another reason why women hate it when you try so hard, especially in the beginning when you're dating, is because they know deep down that they don't deserve that level of devotion yet that's coming from you, right? Because let's say you've only been talking online, or let's say you've only been out on one date and you're already acting like she's the best thing since sliced bread, you can't live without her, she's the love of your life. If you're already acting like that, she knows deep down, and it makes her feel uneasy when you do these things, because she knows that you've only spent a little bit amount of time with her, or you've only ever spoken to her online, you've only ever messaged each other, and she knows that she doesn't deserve that level of devotion from you yet because you don't know her all that well, right? It takes a while to really get to know someone and to become really devoted to them, okay? But obviously, men tend to be more visual creatures and they can fall in love very, very fast. Their emotions get engaged very fast. Whereas with women, it takes them a lot longer to warm up to you because, first of all, is unfortunately an instinctive fear that women have around men, that she's going to be around a man that doesn't know how to say no. Like, women are at the mercy of men most of the time because men tend to be stronger, right? They can easily overpower a woman. So she needs time to feel comfortable around you and to suss you out and to make sure that you're safe, okay? And women don't like it when you come on too strong because it makes her feel worried that she's not going to be safe around you, right? Because in her eyes, if you are really devoted to her straight away and you haven't really got to know her properly yet, she's worried that you're one of these obsessive types, a stalker type perhaps, at the most extreme, even if you're not, right? She's worried about that. She's worried about the stalker. She's worried about the man that doesn't know how to say no, which is why she needs more time than you do to warm up to you, because the power dynamic is off balance because you're a man and she's a woman, right? She needs time to warm up to you, to feel comfortable around you. Now, you may go on a date with a woman and she may catch your vibe, you may catch her vibe, and she may, like, within like 10 minutes feel comfortable around you and know that you're a decent guy. But other women might need more time to suss you out, might need more time to feel more comfortable around you. Most of the time, it all depends on the woman, right? And maybe her past as well. Like, if she's had abuse happen to her in the past, if she's been around men that don't know what no means, it's going to take her a while to warm up to you and to feel safe and comfortable around you. So, and there's other women that trust men completely, that have never really had that much of a bad experience, or if they have, they've gotten over it. The good experiences with men have outweighed the bad, perhaps, and she can feel comfortable and suss out men straight away and feel really comfortable. But it's just one of those things, right? So women don't like it when you try too hard. So just back off. Let her do some of the chasing, because that's what she likes as well. She likes the thrill of the chase too, okay? And yeah, just don't try so hard. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.